Jolly Green 1990 here to talk about anime episode 1028 for the One Piece anime. Last week I talked about 1027. 1027 and 1028 are part of the chapters 1010 and 1011 from the One Piece manga, and wow. 1010, Luffy and Zoro scars Kaido. Spoiler alert for those of you who have not caught up on the manga and those who are just rewatching the anime as I was. Luffy unlocks Conquerors haki and decks Kaido. And so 1010 really showed him coating his fist with the Conquerors, knocking people out. Only a few people in the world have it, the true kings, conquerors, if you will. And so Luffy is now able to coat, and I love the anime, the way it is beautiful. Let's back up. Start from the beginning. So, don't always like talking about the little stuff, but I think we need to. So, starts off with Luffy getting back up. Dialogue was slightly different than the manga, but it was okay. They shift rather quickly and show Kid and Law Killer and Kid versus Big Mom. I did like this because in the manga they didn't really show how Hera, Big Mom's new homie she got from her soul, came to be. Kind of mention it and then poof. Whereas this one, they really show her taking her lifespan, creating it in the cloud, and then Hera coming forth, and then just boom, annihilating everyone after Killer and Kid as they are running. Shoots them back into Onigashima. She charges after them, so they end up here. Big Mom ends up here. And then we shift to Usopp, Nami, and Tama being chased by Page One. Page One still in his major dinosaur form, and then he's chasing them. Usopp shoots a smoke star. It's like, oh, we got it. And then Page One shifts to his hybrid form and jumps on the lion dog that Usopp, Nami, and Otama are riding. I did like this because we truly got to see Page One speak. Page One and Ulti are the two in this, the brother and sister Dino twins, as I'm going to call them. Disappointed with their fights with Usopp and Nami because I was hoping more from Usopp from this arc, because in the end of Dressrosa we had seen he started to unlock haki. Didn't get that. I still think kind of their combo attacks and this was cool. And they dive through a wall. He hits it, and then from the manga we know, spoiler alert, Big Mom will appear and take out Ulti, who will appear out of nowhere. We shift to Killer and Kid looking down, and as they're about to go, Basil Hawkins appears. I do like him as a character. I like the fact that he's got the Stratra fruit. I like the fact that he's got fortune teller abilities. So Kid, which is smart, I suppose, realizes he needs to stop from Big Mom going after to join up with Kaido, otherwise Luffy or whatever else will be decimated. One is bad enough. Two, as they saw, no. So he realizes, hey, I gotta go, and Killer does too. That's why he's like, hey, I got this. You go stop her. And Hawkins is like, well, thank you, because I could not have handled both of you. And from the current bounties, Hawkins is in the 300s, Killer is in the 200. No, I still believe that Killer is stronger than Hawkins, and we see this when he's actually doing sonic attacks to Kaido. And as you know, I'm a big bounty guy, so I'm hoping with the new release of bounties, we'll see that, especially with, spoiler alert, he does defeat Hawkins. Out of the main non-Straw Hat fights and the Kaido Big Mom, this was my favorite one. I mean, yeah, I liked some of the stuff that was happening with the Ice Oni back and forth stuff, but this to me, because here's another character, Killer, who's the right hand of one of the generation, the only other one, essentially, that had a bounty. Zoro and him are the only non-captains that had a bounty of the worst generation. And to me, it's nice to see that. And we really got a lot of progression with him on Wano. And we got to see a little more Kid and Killer. I still think Killer had more story, and we got to know his character. We got to know some Kid, but not as much as I would like. So to me, this battle started off wonderfully. I'm excited to see where the anime is going to take it. So I loved it in the manga. it is going to be a phenomenal thing for me seeing Killer actually use his brain, because Kid and Luffy, in my opinion, are very similar in the fact that they don't think, they just rush it. Killer to me is the equivalent of Sanji and Zoro, because he's got kind of Zoro's aside, but he's also thinking. Zoro, as we sometimes know, doesn't think. Sanji, in my opinion, is more of the official, unofficial right hand, because he does thinking. And so to me, it's nice to see Killer demonstrate that. We shift to my opinion part of the chapter, or the anime, which was my favorite part of the 10-10 chapter, as much as I loved the Zoro part. In that chapter, we see Luffy beginning to unlock Cody and Conqueror Haki. And I love the way the anime does it, because they're showing all his training with Old Man Hyo and Udon, talking about, okay, you know, the Rio doing deflected, and on top of that, now he's saying, okay, think back towards your defeat with Kaido, and then he's thinking not just when he was defeated the first time, but also then this roof piece with the times he's been hit, and he's like, got it, and the anime just boom, it shows, he's like, hey, you can coach your fist with conquerors haki. And Kaido's like, only a few of the strong in the world can. And then he goes to his Kurobo, the name of his weapon. Luffy uses his sandal kick, and conquerors haki, they're not touching. We know only a few in the world can actually do that. We saw it with Roger and Whitebeard, assuming that Big Mom probably could. Zebek, Big Mom and Kaido's and Whitebeard's previous captain, probably could. And Shanks, we know, definitely could. Aside from that, so we're looking top 5 in the verse, in the universe, pretty much, for the One Piece run. To me, Luffy reached that point at this level. He still has to go more to achieve his victory against Kaido, particularly in Awakening, which I'm not going to spoil that for anime viewers. It is epic. That, and then Luffy's understanding gained even more Haki Awakening. And so, as I said, I like the fact that they showed all that progression, and then when he's doing other attacks, especially that last one where Luffy really pulls back, and he just, to me, it's almost like a ZVZ thing where he levels up Saiyan and just boom, gets Kaido, and then Law's even like, I wasn't touching. And then Luffy turns around and he's like, hey, Zoro, Turaga, thanks for defending me. That wasn't really in the manga. I did like that aspect, so I thought that was cool. And giving thanks, and he's like, hey, I got this, go down. That wasn't the manga. And so this was how I loved seeing this episode in the anime for One Piece 1028. We're going to see a little more, and then, spoiler alert, he will once again suffer a defeat, but he will come stronger using all that he's known now. And that's why I like the fact that Luffy's taking all the training he learned in this one arc 1.0 and combining it. So it's not like, oh, he's got this little, trick one, trick pony, he can defeat. No, it's like it's taking all that he's learned, the hurt, the pain, and pushing it to defeat. If you like, so at the end of this video, I will have 1027 anime review up here. If you like the video, please give me a like, comment your thoughts on the anime episode or episodes. If you didn't like it, give me a comment as well. Tell me what you would have liked, think should have been different, what I should have talked about, what you liked, what you didn't like. A little quick heads up, One Piece is on break, so I will be doing some other manga recap chapter, mangas. If you have one that you would like me to read and then react to, please let me know. Jolly Green, 1990, signing out.